Hello everyone, and thank you so much for tuning into this week's video. This week is actually the first video in a brand new series I'm starting on the channel, which main focus will be the environment and sustainability. It's just sharing ways in which we can be more conscious of things we purchase and things we do and things we use, and just making little changes in our day-to-day lives that can actually be a little bit of help. Now, I'm by no means the very best at recycling or sustainability or any of that kind of stuff, but I am just trying to do some more research, be more conscious, and kind of educate myself on all those kind of topics. My dad has always kind of been big at the recycling since we were younger, and my sister too has pulled me on using disposable cups when I don't need to, which is kind of made me stop and think, yeah, why am I using them disposable cups? I just need to buy a reusable one. It's things like that, when people do bring it to your attention, you kind of do start to get more and more conscious of it, and that's exactly why I want to do these videos. I'm educating myself and then just sharing what I find out, which might hopefully interest some people. And along with educating myself, I'm kind of seeing all these crazy facts out there, like plastic bags. So every minute, there are 2 million plastic bags being distributed worldwide. Every minute. It's crazy. That is just a crazy, crazy fact. And there are 1 million plastic bottles bought every minute around the world. 1 million. And out of that million, less than half of that is actually going to be recycled, which is really sad. Recycling is the easiest thing to do. It really is the easiest thing to do. You just have 2 separate bins and you just put them in 2 separate bins. If you have to rinse it out, you have to take an extra minute to rinse out the dirt or whatever is in it and just recycle it. It's such an easy thing to do, and it's still shocking how many people don't actually do that. With that being said, like I said, I am no saint and I am just trying to do better. So I've become even more interested in these type of topics since I watched a Netflix show called Fast Fashion. It really was an eye-opener, and I can't believe how naive I was to the fashion industry and their influence on pollution and their horrendous ethical issues that are still going on. It's definitely kind of made me more conscious of what I'm purchasing, the clothes I'm wearing, where they've actually come from. Now, I won't go too much into that in this video, but I will in other videos that I'm going to do in the future. Today's video, which is why you stopped by, we are just going to jump into right now, and it is ways in which you can reduce your use of plastic. Okay, so number 1 on the list of how you can reduce plastic is easy. Stop using plastic bottles. It is a huge waste of plastic, to be quite honest. It is so easy to just buy a reusable bottle, fill up from your tap. If you can't use your tap water, then invest in a Brita water filter or one of them type of jugs with the water filters on them, and just keep that topped up. If you're at home, you don't really need to be sitting on the couch drinking from a plastic bottle of water. Just put it into a glass, or if you're out at the gym or you're in your car or wherever you are, just fill up your water at home into your reusable cup and bring it with you. So second on the list is, sticking with what we had already mentioned about plastic bags, is buying reusable bags and making sure you bring them with you. I would always try and keep at least 1 reusable bag in the car. If I do go to the shop and I end up bringing that reusable bag into the house, if I'm not going straight back out to the car, then I will just leave it by the door so I see it when I'm leaving, then I'll grab it and put it back into the car. And I find it so strange that the shop that's just here beside us is only charging 5 cents a bag. Back home in Ireland, it has gone up to, well, last I knew it was 25 cents, which is euros as well, so it's a lot more. Whereas here in Canada, in the shop just down the road from me, they charge only 5 cents a bag, and the shop beside me where I work, they don't charge for plastic bags at all. And I still find it strange that some places don't charge for plastic bags. If you're going to charge 20 cents or even 50 cents for a bag, it will stop people from actually buying them. So I find it strange that even in this day and age, the shops still aren't charging for plastic bags. So you just have to kind of do your bit for it and just bring your reusable bags with you. Number 3 on the list is kind of sticking with the plastic bag thing as well, is keep your veg loose. So when you go into the fruit and veg section, you'll always see them little stands with the plastic bags on them. I never bother with them anymore. Just throw your veg loose into the basket. I mean, if you're worried about the basket being dirty, you're going to peel your veg or your fruit or wash it anyway, so it makes no difference. So if you cut out them plastic bags, and then also rather than grabbing, if they sell apples and oranges and stuff like in plastic containers, you don't really need to buy that, you just buy it loose. Try and buy as much loose fruit and veg as you can. And if we're a cahar, which is an Irish number 4, it is reusable cups. So very easy thing to do, and it's kind of what kind of pushed me into being more conscious of it as well. It was because my sister pointed out in one of the videos I did, I also mentioned this before, that I had used, I think it was 3 different disposable cups from different coffee shops we'd gone to over the weekend when we were away. And I did stop and think, yeah, what the hell am I doing? It's so stupid. I don't need to do that. So now when we do leave the house, if we're going out for a day or we're going away for a weekend, I always bring my travel mug for if I'm getting a hot coffee, and then I have a little blue cup as well I use if I'm getting an iced coffee. Don't know what my mood is going to be, so I always bring both. So number 5 on the list is the one that's kind of blown up big time at the minute because of our oceans and things like that, is the reusable straws. So obviously the big push is to stop using the one-time use straws and start using reusable straws. You can have your stainless steel or you can have the paper straws. If I find some, I'll link them below in the description box. And I see when we go out to some restaurants here in Edmonton as well, a lot of them are saying that they won't be giving you a straw with your drink unless you actually request it, which is good to see. And number 6 is beware of what's in your toiletries and your personal care products. This one I actually was quite surprised by, and I wasn't aware of this until my sister pointed it out. We were kind of having that conversation about recycling and plastic and things like that. And it's that a lot of these products, mostly the exfoliating and face scrubs and things like that, they contain something called microbeads, which are basically like a tiny solid piece of plastic, which are so small, they're like a huge cause of the pollution in the oceans. Because they are so tiny, they can't be filtered out. So this is like a massive cause of the plastic going into the oceans. So when you think about it, if you're standing in the shower and you're exfoliating with your body wash, like all them plastic beads in it are just basically going down the drain. No way to filter them. So I looked in to see these microbeads and basically what they're called on the backs of any of these products that we buy, because they're not just known as microbeads. So there is a lot of different names on them. It's like polyethylene, polylactic acid, and then all these other ones here because I can't pronounce the rest of them. Sorry. I will start on my Instagram under the stories highlights section, an environmental and sustainability section, and in there on the stories I will put in these names that have just popped up so that they're all the time. If you're ever looking for them, just pop onto my Instagram and it will be there on the stories. I'm going to start playing around with some of my own homemade like exfoliants and face scrubs. So it seemed to be kind of easy enough to do. So if I do find a few recipes that I do actually like and smell nice and feel good, then I will pop them on my blog for you. Number 7 on the list, and one that I hadn't really thought about before, which is actually really good, is trying to pick the cardboard over the plastic when you're in the shop. So basically, you'll always see like there's pasta that comes in the plastic wrap and then pasta that comes in the box. Well, go for the box. Same with like the laundry detergents and stuff. It comes in the box or it comes in the plastic container. Try and opt for the box where you can. So number 8 on the list is food storage, and this is one I'm still working on. I'm still trying to wean myself off using freezer bags and sandwich bags and cling film or saran wrap, whatever you want to call it. It is so difficult to not use them. I think it's such a habit, and that's what the problem is as well. It's just, we don't even think, we just reach for them and use them without even giving it a second thought. So I'm trying to kind of cut them out altogether as well. Number 9 on the list is use matches. This, again, I never gave it a second thought, is not to use the disposable lighters, which I have one right here because I've had this for so long for lighting my candles. I'm obviously going to use it till it's gone now because there's not much point in not using it. But then after that, I will just start buying matches from now on and using those. Iverage, which is Irish for number 10, is no gum. Chewing gum does contain a synthetic rubber, basically like a plastic in it. So cut out the gum and just start taking mints or something different instead. And last on the list is number 11, and that is cut out on the disposable cutlery. So if you are getting a takeaway or you're ordering in, whatever you want to call it, then opt for the no cutlery option. You don't really need it. If you're ordering into your house, you're going to have knives and forks there anyway, so it shouldn't be an issue. And that's the first 11 things I'm sharing to help you reduce plastic, and I will be the first person to hold my hands up and say that I'm guilty of pretty much all of the above. But that's what this is about now. I'm just trying to educate myself and make myself more conscious, and in turn make you more conscious of what we are doing and what we should be doing. I really do hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you did, I would love you to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for my weekly videos. The environmental and sustainability videos won't be every week. They'll be every few weeks, as I'm also doing my Moving Abroad series, and then just lifestyle stuff that I like to do on the channel also. So I hope you really like this new series and that you're going to follow along, and if you have any other tips, I would love to hear them. Please leave them in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next week. Bye!